Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Pretty Fabulous, and I'm going to show you how to edit the academic digital planner. Now, this is very different from the regular academic planner. I shouldn't say very different. It's the same thing. It just it's laid out very differently. It is inside Adobe InDesign. I really wish I could show it to you in Canva. Unfortunately, Canva cannot handle this file. There's just too many pages, too much data. I don't know what the problem is. Every time I get to like page 34, it like times out on me. Times out. It just gives me an error message and won't let me save. So if you are new, first thing, how do you get this planner template? So this planner template is right now only available to Planner Pixies members. If you purchased it already, you have it inside of ThriveCart. If you have not purchased it already, then you can join us inside of Planner Pixies and you'll get this and every single other template I've ever made as a free download. So if you are new here and you're inside of Planner Pixies, let me just show you really quick. You are going to go into You're going to go inside of Circle, which is where our member forum is. And here at the bottom, you're going to see the ThriveCart Learn login. And it's just going to have you log into ThriveCart and you're going to see the student dashboard, which has just a welcome, useful links, a link to join Planner Pixies if you haven't already, and then all of your courses and all of your templates inside of here. So if you're like this fake super student that I have where you have like access to everything inside of Planner Pixies, you're just going to hit Control F and you're going to look for the word academic. And it's going to come up first, usually D06, which is the academic digital planner template. And when you're inside of here, whoops, I keep forgetting to share the new tab. Okay, so when you're inside of here, let me try this again. You are going to see everything on the left. You're going to see the 2023-24 version, which is the latest one I'm showing you today. You're going to see the 2022-23 version and the 2021-2022 version. I think that's all I have for this digital planner. And then a little explanation on why there's no Canva. I really wish there was. Again, if Canva changes their settings to be more robust, I will definitely put it on there for you. But right now you just don't have that. And then of course at the bottom, you have font information for any fonts that are used inside of this, as well as links to go get it. So let's go ahead and jump over here to what you see. So the first thing you have is a PDF. So this is a ready to sell as if PDF. So if you're like, you know what, I don't need to make any edits and it just looks too complicated, I just want to sell this as is, you can simply hit the download button over here and it is going to download that file for you. And depending on your settings, it may just open it right here inside of your browser for you, which is how I have mine set up. But you can see all the tabs are still going to work even inside your browser. It's going to jump, or maybe not. It should jump to that area. Let's try that again. You can download it and then open it up inside of Adobe Acrobat as well. So we can hit that little download button here at the top right. And it's going to download this PDF. I'm going to open it up inside of Acrobat. And I am going to share the Acrobat screen with you. Here we go. So over here, let's make this 70 so you can see everything. Same thing. Whoops. You're going to be able to jump to anywhere inside of this file. It's February. Here's October. Here's May. Here's March. And this is just a good way for you to test out the file too, to make sure it works before you post it out there if you decide to make any changes. So now that you know what you want to do, if you don't want to make any changes and sell this as is, this is the file you want to sell to people. If you are going to make changes, I'm going to show you how to do that inside of Adobe InDesign. So let's remove this. And I'm going to share screen. Okay, you should be seeing Adobe InDesign. Now, when you were inside of there was an option right underneath that to just download the zip file. So this is your zip file. And again, I want to just mention the INDD file is the one that you want to use if you have Adobe InDesign. If you have Affinity Publisher, yes, this will work in Affinity Publisher. Yes, it might look a little weird. Sometimes it just moves things a little, so you might have to go through the file and I don't know, like fix it. But everything should work just fine. So this is your file. It looks very different and is laid out totally different than your regular file. So first of all, over here on the right, you're going to see a ton of pages in the pages panel. I don't know why it won't show the pages panel. Hold on, when I only have Adobe InDesign open. So let me try this again. Okay, so now, yeah, now you can see the pages panel. So the pages panel over here on the right, you're going to see a ton of parent pages. And the reason there are a ton of parent pages is because this is where all the clickable links are so that you can create new pages inside of Adobe InDesign. So if you don't see the pages panel on the right, come up here to the top to Windows and make sure there's a check mark in front of pages. Now, let me explain how this file is laid out. This is your cover. We're just going to look at parent pages. And the cover is just this nice little like wood grain, gray, very neutral background. And it sits behind this page right here, which is the cover. And you have a set of, I'm going to move them, faux coils that you can move around. So if you really didn't like this cover, and let's say, again, you liked last year's cover, what you're going to do, it's different than what you did before with the other one, is you're going to come in here to last year's cover, 2022 through 2023. And okay, I lie. You're going to go into JPEGs for last year. And you're actually going to take this JPEG right here, and you're going to put it on top of there. So this file over here, we're just going to drag and drop this over here, and it's going to replace it. Now, the only caveat is that the numbers are totally wrong, right? So you're going to have to change that. So let's say we get rid of this. So we're going to get rid of this. And so now we want to put these new numbers over here. So we're just going to put this box here. And we're going to make this smaller, and we're going to add a background to this one. So maybe not that bright of a pink, maybe this pink, this light pink, and we're going to tint that down. So now it more closely matches that. And so now you have your academic calendar 2023 through 2024. So now we're using that new, the old cover as our new cover. Now, inside of this document, you're going to see these tabs on each page. When you click on them, you're not going to be able to edit them. And the reason you're not going to be able to edit them is because they are really part of your parent page. So this has parent page A applied, and you know that because if you hover over that page, it'll just tell you A-home is applied. So you're going to come up here to the top to A-home. And if you want to change any of these tabs, so let's say I just don't like any of these colors or the words, or let's say I don't want this to say school, I want this to say university, because maybe I want to sell this as a college planner, and school just sounds like maybe it's for junior high or something. So I'm going to put university. Now, here's the only problem with that. When I put university here, I can go back to that page I was just on that had the A home applied to it. And now it says university instead of school. However, as I scroll through the document and I go to August, it says school instead of university. And that's because this has the 1W parent page attached to it. So if I go to 1W, I can see it does in fact say school instead of university. So I have to do two things. Let me go back to that first parent page where I changed it to university. And you'll notice if you right click on this, if you go to hyperlinks, it has a hyperlink already inside of there because it doesn't say new hyperlink. It says edit the hyperlink. So if we go into edit hyperlink, which we definitely do not want to edit any of the hyperlinks, we can see it's linking to a page, and that page is inside this document we're currently in, and it is page C-1 because C-1 is where the school university section starts. So what we want to do, let's cancel out of there, is after we make changes to the text, like now it says university instead of school, we're going to copy this and we're going to go to every single page. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to paste that. Whoops. I'm going to paste this instead, paste in place right there. So now this one says university. Now, the only thing, so that's one option. I can just keep going through this document and deleting this and then pasting this over and over and over again through each parent page. A second option is I could go into here each time because the URL, that link to that place in the document is not going to change unless I change it. So I could just go to this text and just type out the word university, right? Or I could just hit Control C and then I can keep making my way through the document, double click, hit Control V, double click here, hit Control V, and double click here, hit Control V. There's really no way around it because that's just how digital planners are set up. That's how when I hit university, it knows to go to that section C-1. So if you're wondering where is section C-1, so this file does not have your traditional numbering format. It has a section and code numbering. So if you go over here to InDesign at the top to preference and you go to general, you're going to see page numbering has been selected as section numbering. So absolute numbering over here, if I change that and I say, okay, now it goes 12, 13, 14, 15. All of my links are broken. So I am going to hit Control Z. I guess that won't work. I'm not going to hit Control Z. Well, I can. It won't do anything. We're going to go to general and we're just going to go back to section numbering. And that's going to go to the section numbering. So here's how section numbering works. This is section 2. This is page 1. This is section 2. This is page 2. Section 2, page 3, section 2, 4, 5, 6. And then finally, this is the last day of September, the last week. So the next section is the start of October. So this is section 3, page 1. First week of October, section 3, page 2. So that's how the numbering, the linking format works inside your document. That's like the magic that happens behind the scenes so that when a user clicks on a different tab, once you're done with your document, they're going to see it there. Now, to edit this file, again, the first thing, just like before, I want you to change your cover first to whatever you want your cover to be. And then the second step is I want you to go through and go into these parent pages and change anything that you want. The colors, the fonts, boxes, add new boxes. You could, like, let's say here at the bottom, I could add a text box. And so, because there's some dead space down here, so I could add another box that says something like, monthly goals, right? And obviously I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to come up here to the top. I want to put a bounding box around here. So I'm going to make this a dark blue, and maybe I want this to be shaded to be a light blue, but maybe not that bright. And I'm going to turn down the tint to like almost non-existent at a 10. And this font doesn't match anything in here. So maybe I really want this font to be this over here and monthly. Oops. All right, so that's not so legible. Maybe that wasn't the best font choice. Let's try to, maybe if I make it 25. There, now you can see it a little better. So maybe this is like what I want on every page. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it over here so it's also on the right side. And then I'm going to go through the document and I'm going to copy this. And again, maybe I want it on it doesn't have to be on the weeklies, but I definitely want it on the monthlies. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to say paste in place. It's just going to drop it in there. Go to the next monthly and I'm going to say paste in place and it's going to drop it in there. So go through, figure out how you want everything to look and see if we go to, this is 4M for November. So if we go to section 4, for November, we're now going to see that monthly goals text block at the bottom. But if we go to the next one, which is December, we're not going to see it because we didn't change the parent page here at the top. So make sure to make any edits you want to the parent pages. And then once you've done that, then go through the document, start making any changes that you want inside of here. And a good rule of thumb to know what's on the parent page and what's on like the actual page at the bottom is if you double click on anything and nothing happens, you're like, why isn't it letting me edit the text? That probably means it's on the parent page. Another option is it could be locked. So if you go up here to object, you could say unlock all on spread. Nothing's been locked. That's why it's grayed out. And so you know nothing's been locked. And locking just means that it puts it in place, so you can't make any edits or changes to it. And sometimes you'll do that if you have elements that are really tight and close together to each other. You might do that. So that is pretty much a wrap on this. Now, the only last thing I want to tell you about this file, the most important thing is when you're done to save this file so that you can sell it, you want to do two things. One, you want to remember all of your changes in case you want to edit it again. So you're definitely going to hit the save button, right? Or you can do save. What I would do is I would do save as and say, put something like version 2 or whatever you want to call it. This is just your own file. And then when you're done, you're going to go to File, Package. And the reason you want to go to File, Package is because if you added any new graphics or you started using new fonts, it's going to package those all together for you so that then when you open that file later, it has everything all in one place. So like sometimes my computer has crashed. And when I say sometimes, I mean a lot of times, and I have to reformat the drive and start over again. And I don't have my fonts. I have to reinstall all of my fonts over again from scratch. And I don't remember which fonts I needed to use for some documents. As long as I had saved them by packaging the file, they've been like saved for me. And again, make sure to back up everything with Adobe InDesign into the cloud or to offsite storage or to a zip drive, like something just in case, because crashes can happen at any time and you will be very sad. So that is one thing. So the packaging is just so that you can reference this file later if you want to make edits. The second thing is how to sell this file. So you're going to go to File, you're going to export this, and you're going to make sure the format says Adobe PDF Interactive. So there's Adobe PDF Print, and if you use Print, it will ignore all of your hyperlinks. Your hyperlinks don't go out to the internet. They're just hyperlinking inside of your document. And if you don't hyperlink to make this interactive, the tabs aren't going to work. And I know that's what you want. You want clickable tabs. So you're going to have to make sure you do Adobe PDF Interactive. And then once you save this, it's just going to ask you, are you sure you want all pages? Yes, I do. And then you're going to say these fonts. I don't know. Sometimes I've renamed, and this font error that I'm getting is mostly because I've renamed all of my fonts every time I like resave them to my computer after they crash. So even though I have Think Pink, before I think it was called Think Pink Font, like it had the word font in it, so it can't find that exact word. So don't worry about it. So here we are, this is our new file. It'll just automatically open it for you. And again, you can just go ahead and test, make sure those links work. Jumping to December, jumping to April, back to September, school, all of that good stuff. So, and we can see our new monthly goals section at the bottom. So hopefully that explained everything you ever wanted to know about how to edit the digital planner. If you have questions or you run into something, send me a note. I will help you. And if it's something really tough where you just can't figure it out, just go ahead and send me your file, like your edits, and I will help fix your file for you. But make sure you package it for me and zip it in case you used any new fonts, and send me that zip file with whatever your question is on like someplace you're stuck or how to change something. So it's really easy for me to fix it for you. All right, everyone. So I hope you're excited by these new templates. I'm very excited that I'm ahead of time. I can't even tell you. And then, so everything, all the other dated planners. So right now, all the 2023 planners are out. They've been out since like July of last year. The 2024 planners will come out this summer. Again, I target for June. Sometimes it doesn't happen until July, but I am working on it right now. So I feel very confident that we'll be done by June. So everything will release. The 2024 annual, the monthlies, the weeklies, the dailies, all of those will be released in June, as well as the Canva versions, if a Canva version exists. Sometimes, again, like the dailies, there's no Canva version because Canva can only hold 200 pages. And obviously, there are more than 200 pages in a year. So that's not going to work for that. So I hope everyone's having a great Monday, holiday, day off, whatever it is for you. And I will see you. When will I see you? I will see you later. I will see you for the next live stream, whatever that is. And that's all. Bye.